was presented to the world. Bionormalizer is a revolutionary substance which was first developed in 1969 by the Osato Research Foundation, which was conducting research on balancing and activating body functions to provide relief from disease, pain, and aging without dependence on chemical drugs. Osato biopathy doesn't look for the causes of illness in just the organs or surface symptoms, but instead seeks to remove the fundamental causes of illness through activation of the immune system with Bionormalizer, beginning with the macrophages, with the objective of restoring the body's natural balance. The goal is to enhance the body's own natural therapeutic ability. The secret of life is not so simple as to yet be explicable by man. Modern science has just begun to open the door to this secret. Scientists still don't even know how Bionormalizer changes in the body and functions as a catalyst. There is a great deal of evidence, however, that Bionormalizer therapy goes far beyond conventional wisdom in promoting good health. People suffering illness and pain have turned to Bionormalizer therapy with excellent results. 43 terminally ill patients who were victims of the Chernobyl nuclear plant disaster showed surprising improvement after being treated with Osato biopathy therapy at the Ukraine National Hospital in June of 1993. Dr. Osato was subsequently awarded the highest honor of the Ukraine Academy of Science. In the Philippines, where Bionormalizer's main ingredient of papaya is grown, this achievement was given wide newspaper coverage. The Osato Research Foundation was inundated with numerous inquiries from medical organizations and laboratories, and the local clinic was hard-pressed to handle the many patients that came for therapy. Now let's take a look at some specific examples of Bionormalizer's efficacy. Skin cancer in this patient had progressed to where it also affected the bone and brain. The patient was being treated with anti-cancer drugs, cobalt radiation, and steroid injections, and was given morphine to alleviate the constant pain. At this stage, there wasn't much more that modern medicine could do. November 27th, all pharmaceutical and radiation therapy was stopped by the doctors at the request of the patient. The patient began taking 3 grams of Bionormalizer daily before going to bed. Washing the affected areas was also begun 4 times a day with a 10-to-1 solution of Bionormalizer. By December 8th, vision had returned to the left eye. Some appetite had also returned. By December 12th, the patient was able to walk around the room alone and had improved to being able to go to the toilet. By December 29th, the cancer had stopped progressing and the affected area had also dried up. A 2-year-old boy. Hot water had spilled over his head, causing 1st and 2nd degree burns. A 1,000-to-1 solution mist of Bionormalizer was repeatedly sprayed over the burns. A 1.5 gram internal dose was also administered daily. 2 months after therapy began, there was only slight skin discoloring and no keloids were observed. This 27-year-old male was covered with 3rd-degree burns over 80% of his body, caused by exposure to volcanic ash and ends from a volcanic eruption. Bionormalizer therapy was begun with a 3-gram dose the first day and was increased the next day to 3 grams in the morning and 6 grams at night. His face and the right side of his body were treated with a 10-to-1 solution of Bionormalizer. His left side was treated with conventional therapy. After bionormalizer dosing, his appetite and urine volume both increased. Take a look at the difference between the effects of bionormalizer therapy and conventional drug therapy. This woman was injured by hot oil, which spilled on her body when she had an epileptic seizure. Part of the affected area almost reached to the bone. After intake of bionormalizer, her appetite increased. This man was injured by an electric shock. The cases you have just seen are clinical examples that could be easily documented with a camera. Now let's listen to the comments of a lung cancer patient whose case was reported by a newspaper. This 44-year-old man does not smoke or drink and says he does not know why he contracted lung cancer. Let's hear what he has to say in this interview.
I was diagnosed to have a bronchogenic CA.
Did you ever use bionormalizer before?
No,
What were your symptoms before you used bionormalizer?
I felt body weakness. I can't sleep. I have poor urine output. I have chest pains, and I get easily get tired. Then sudden loss of hair because of chemotherapy.
This was the picture taken during his first chemotherapy. There was a total loss of hair.
Can you show your hair, please? It's growing well now.
Can I add some of the signs and symptoms that we have observed? Actually, before, when he urinates, he was straining because of painful urination. And he was even catheterized, and Dr. Evans told us that his catheter will be lifetime. And then the color of the skin is very pale, maybe due to the chemotherapy and the effect of cobalt treatment, because he had 16 exposures and he easily gets scarred. The dosage started from 1 sachet at bedtime, because we started just because for curiosity's sake. And then we have observed that after giving this bionormalizer that very night, he was able to sleep soundly, when in fact he cannot sleep without the aid of the tranquilizer.
How many sachets is he taking now?
Now he is taking 6 sachets, but I have done the bombing dose for 2 times. It was in the month of October, later part of October, and the second bombing was done in the month of December. And during the catheterization, when he was catheterized, the urine output, there was a bloody urine output observed. So I gave 2 sachets in the morning, 2 sachets in the afternoon at 3:30. Then at bedtime, I gave 8, a total of 12 sachets in a day. Then a day after that, the urine output was already clear and there was no bloody output noted.
Based on the complaints you stated earlier, what symptoms improved after using bionormalizer?
The color of the skin was improved. It goes back to the normal color. My appetite was improved. And most especially is the growth of my hair. And I felt better and stronger.